I have a lot of partners, but I'm single. You know what I mean? What's good, y'all? My name is Jessamine Stanley. Welcome back to my channel. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and join my yoga studio, The Underbelly, here on YouTube. Go over to my About page, hit the join button, and you can become a member of The Underbelly. I have like official naked yoga classes on, I'm not gonna say the name of this website because if I do, they're gonna like have an issue with it because we live in a patriarchal society. The Spicy Site. It's called The Spicy Site. Today's video is about 5 things that I wish I'd known before I became polyamorous. I came out as poly because my Venus is in Gemini. That's why. I came out as poly a long time ago. I've been in a lot of poly relationships, a lot of long poly relationships. And I think what to me is most important is a lot of long poly relationships where we have dated multiple people during the time that we have been in the poly relationship. In that process, I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes. I have caused a lot of pain. There are a lot of people who hate me, and at least a few who are rolling their eyes at the fact that this video even exists. And if you're watching, this one's for you. But so based on all of that, today's video is called 5 Things I Wish I'd Known Before I Became Polyamorous. Number 1, polyamory isn't about sex. Polyamory isn't about sex. It is about prioritizing your relationship with yourself. I think that's like the most annoying thing about being poly is that it's actually like, you know, like I think when you tell people that you're poly, they're like, oh my, I think they think it's like fucking Bacchanalia up at the house every day. I need for you to understand how little sex happens on a day-to-day basis if you are poly in general. Mostly it's just like 100% processing, like all the time. It's like, this person is having feelings, this person is having feelings. If you don't already, you're gonna need multiple phones because you're gonna be texting multiple people. You're gonna be on Marco Polo, FaceTime, fucking got some other shit set up. You're gonna pull Skype back out. I don't even know, man. Shit can get crucial. When you are able to accept the fact that you have emotions, that makes it easier to accept the fact that other people have them too. But it has to start with you. I always think, like at this point, it's like, I have to be poly not because I have so many partners, but because my number 1 relationship is with myself. Everyone's number 1 relationship should be with themselves. Even if you only ever have 1 romantic partner, having a relationship with yourself allows you to be a much better monogamous partner as well. So this isn't just about polyamory. I think it's about all relationships. Number 2, jealousy does not magically go away just because you're polyamorous. Like, everybodyisjealous.com. The point is not to not be jealous. It's to accept that you are actually feeling jealous. What happens a lot, and this happens in monogamous relationships and polyamorous relationships, is that you try to pretend like you're not jealous. Or in monogamous relationships, you use your jealousy to manipulate the people that you're in a relationship with. Because you're like, well, I don't want to feel jealous. And so then you end up like in these situations with people wherein they can't be honest with you because they feel like you are not going to be able to handle their whole truth. I think it's just really important to acknowledge that jealousy is okay. It's totally normal. We live in a supremacist society. So like we're all told from a very young age, lots of different things that lead us to believe that we need to try to control each other. And I think that accepting jealousy helps you understand what jealousy actually is. Like if you're jealous of something, it's because you want that thing. So you're like, oh, I want that. As a poly person, when I feel jealous of my partner, like when my partner is with their other partner, if I'm feeling jealous, it's because I want what they have. I'm like, I want affection. So I can look at what they're doing and be like, damn, what about that is making me feel jealous? And it's like, I want affection. I want someone to like me. I want to feel good. I want to feel happy. Sometimes we really attach that definition to the person. So then we say like, well, my partner is supposed to be making me feel happy. It's their fault that I'm not feeling happy. No, it's not. They're doing their thing. What do I need to do? I need to find happy for me. Sometimes it is like, oh, I want to go on a date. But sometimes it's like, I want to have fun. Wasn't there a writing project that I was working on like 2 years ago that I haven't looked at in a while? What about that painting that I was working on? What about that knitting project that I've just had sitting in the closet and I haven't even looked at forever? Maybe I should practice yoga. I'm gonna start with yoga. I always start with yoga. I actually have a list of things in my Google Keep of things to do when I feel jealous. And if I do every single thing on the list and I still feel jealous, then I can call my partner and then I can get in touch with them. I've been doing this for years. I have yet to actually ever work my way down that whole list because I just get caught up doing something for me. Ultimately, what it comes down to, I think, is getting yours, getting what you deserve, and not putting the onus of what you deserve on somebody else. Number 3. There is a limit to your love. Even if there's not, there's a limit to the amount of attention that you can give any of your partners. Set a cap of how many people you can date at one time. Don't forget to include relationships with your children, current partners, friends, family, and anyone else that you like to spend time with. When you're poly, people think that like, oh my God, you must be like a million relationships. I do not have time to be in a, do you know? How many hours are there in a day? Oh my God. It is enough to be in one relationship. I fully understand why people are monogamous, if only just for time constraints. It's like, it's a lot. And personally, I find that it is hard to have really good, committed, romantic, deep, intimate sex with more than a few people, more than 1 or 2 people at the same time. Like day-to-day lovers, like people that you would see on a regular basis, nah, bruh, you can't be having that many of those. From my perspective, and I'm a double Cancer, so I don't know, I'm not an Aquarius. I don't know what y'all do. But from double Cancer perspective, like I'm trying to get intimate. I want to know you. That's hard to do with like multiple people. I have a lot of partners, but I'm single. You know what I mean? Number 4, honesty is always the best policy. That was to me being, because I'm like, bitch. Look, number 4. I'm adding 5 things I wish I'd known before I became polyamorous. It's messy. It just is messy. It's just gonna be messy. And don't even worry about it because all of life is messy. There's officially 6 things now. Honesty is always the best policy. Polyamory is mostly about radical honesty with yourself and other people. I did not always believe this. And it's questionable whether or not I believe it now. I've lied a lot in partnership, like a lot. And I did it because I felt like it was better to lie than to tell the truth. It wasn't. It's just always better to tell the truth. Even when the truth hurts someone, it's just always better. And there's varying degrees of like how much truth you want to tell someone, because I do think that there's like situations where maybe you don't need to give so much information, but you know what a truth and a lie is. So tell the truth. One of my partners and I, we always had a don't ask, don't tell policy. So it was like, if you think I don't need to know, I don't need to know. And what ends up happening with that is not even necessarily like that you are lying or not lying. There's just a loss of intimacy. That can be really hard to make up later. There's so much growth that happens through the hard parts. And if you are trying to avoid having the hard parts, you won't grow together. The other side of that is just giving too much information. When my partner starts dating someone new, I don't really need to know about like the deep romantic things that are going on with them and their new partner, or like the great sex that they're having. I don't really need to hear the gory details of the wonderful date and fuckathon that they had with this new person that they're dating. Like, I don't need that. It's not serving my spirit. It's just making me feel anxious and jealous. But I think there's somewhere in the middle, considering what it would feel like to receive the information. A good line too is just like opening yourself up for questioning. Have an open door policy where if your partner wants to ask you a question, they can get the answer. When you talk about like being honest with your partner, it has to start with being honest with yourself. And I think that is like really hard because we lie to ourselves more than we lie to other people. And lying to ourselves leads to lying to other people. For me, it's like noticing like the little subtle reframes that I do to like try not to feel pain. Just getting curious about that, not with any judgment, but just like literal curiosity. Like, damn, why am I doing that? Or where is that coming from? What am I trying to avoid feeling? Within every hard emotion, there's so much light and opportunity to grow. And so just when you get curious and you get down into the mud of it, you learn a lot about yourself and you open up opportunities to learn about other people too. All right, number 5 of the 5 things I wish I'd known before I became polyamorous. Rules are meant to be broken. So if you make a lot of rules about how to be polyamorous, you and or someone you love will most likely break them. So this is the thing about it. When my long-term poly partner and I first got together, we made lots of rules for how to do it and not hurt each other's feelings. We had all kinds of rules. Don't have dates at the house, no dating exes, no falling in love, all kinds of shit. And what do? Had dates at the house, dated exes, and fell in love. Like, if you make a rule, it's gonna get broken. So I think it's better to just not make rules and to just accept the other person whenever they do whatever it is that you're afraid that they're gonna do. It does mean that your feelings are gonna get hurt, but your feelings were gonna get hurt anyway. And it's way better to not have this whole thing about how they've then broken a rule on top of it. It's better to just be like, oh, what happened? Shit, okay, let's deal with it. Not like, and you're also a shitty person because you lied to me. No, you can just avoid that. But also, fuck what I'm saying, make all the rules and have the experience that you would like to have. And more than anything, thanks for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to my channel, join my yoga studio, The Underbelly, here on YouTube. Practice naked yoga with me on the Spicy site. And I think that's everything I want to say today. My name is Jasmine Stanley. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you sometime soon.